All right, so today's lesson is going to be about wages, hourly, and salary. This is something that I wanted to make sure that I taught right after we did the interview project, but unfortunately things kind of, took a jump and we're now doing virtual learning. So I wanted to come back to this. So I wanted to do wages, hourly, and salary. So today's lesson might be a little redundant, a little elementary, but I want to make sure that we understand certain things about hourly and salary before we start getting into the big stuff. So what we're going to do today is we're essentially just going to stick with hourly for right now, and then we're going to try to get into salary eventually. So what if I was to tell you, for instance, what if I was to say you make $10 per hour? Okay, and say you worked 24 hours in 1 week. And I would be asking you the question of how much should the paycheck be? Okay, so that's the question. So I was given $10 per hour for 24 hours. So now we need to figure out how much will my paycheck be. Again, this might sound redundant, but I want to make sure that we know the basics. So how can we figure out this answer? Well, you would take your $10 per hour and you worked 24 hours in 1 week. So that means I need to multiply them together to figure out what my paycheck would be after that week, how much I should expect to have at the end of the week. So $10 times 24 would get me $240. So that's how much my paycheck should be at the end of that week. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, so let's say we make, let's say $12.50 per hour. And say week 1 we work, let's say 15 hours. And then say on week 2 we work 30 hours. And then how much is my paycheck? Whoops. After the 2 weeks. So again, let's calculate this. So how we're going to do this, we're going to take our hourly rate, right, and we're going to multiply it by how many total hours we worked. Okay, so 1 week we worked 15, 1 we worked 30, so we actually need to add them up together so we can get a total. In the 2 weeks we worked 45 hours. So we're going to multiply that by 45. Now I'm going to use my handy dandy calculator over here. So we have 1250 times 45, and that is how much we made after 2 weeks. Let's try another one. Let's say we make, let's go out on a limb and say we make $20 per week. Okay, and say week 1 we make, we work 15 hours. And then week 2 we work 17.5 hours. We work 17 and a half hours. Okay, so again, my handwriting's not that great on there. So remember, we need to find our total hours first. So we're going to add these numbers up, and we get 22.5 hours. Oh, nope, we get 32. Let me check my math. That's why I should always use a calculator. Okay. Yep, silly me. Okay, so back onto this. So we found our total hours. So remember, we need to take our hourly rate, which comes out to be, I should say hour, my bad. So we take our hourly rate, $20, and we're going to multiply it by our total hours, which comes out to be 32.5. And that means that we made $650 for those 2 weeks. Okay, so that's all we're going to do today. And then on Wednesday, we're going to start elaborating on this. But I want to make sure that we understand this basics